It was a chilly November evening when a kind-hearted woman named Maria was sitting in her garden enjoying the sunset. She loved the peace and tranquility of the surroundings when suddenly a furry creature dashed into her garden, startling her. Maria couldn't believe her eyes when she saw the dog. The dog was emaciated with its ribs protruding from its body, and it had a wound on its neck. It was apparent that someone had changed the dog badly and it had tried to escape. Maria's heart ached as she saw the condition of the dog. She immediately got up and brought a bowl of food from her house. The dog was starved and it gobbled up the food as soon as it was placed in front of it. Maria noticed the wound on the dog's neck and felt sorry for it. She realized that the dog needed medical attention and called a local animal shelter for help. The shelter asked her to keep the dog in the garden until someone came to pick it up. Maria was worried that the dog might leave, but to her surprise, the dog did not leave even after finishing the food. Instead, it just laid down in the garden and rested. Maria could not resist the sight of the dog resting peacefully in her garden, and she decided to stay with the dog until the shelter arrived. As the night passed, Maria sat beside the dog, petting it and keeping it warm with a blanket. The dog was friendly and seemed to enjoy Maria's company. She felt a connection with the dog and decided to name it Palomito, meaning little pigeon in Spanish. When the shelter arrived in the morning, they were surprised to see the bond between Maria and Palomito. They praised Maria for her kindness and decided to keep the dog at the shelter for some days to nurse it back to health. Maria visited the shelter every day to see Palomito and to ensure that he was getting the best care. She spent hours with Palomito and keeping him company. Over time, Palomito's health improved and he gained weight. Finally, the day arrived when Palomito was ready to go for his forever home. Maria was happy for Palomito, but at the same time, she was sad to see him go. She had grown attached to Palomito, and he had become a part of her life. Days passed and Maria missed Palomito's company. She thought about him every day and wondered if he was happy in his new home. One day, she received a surprise visit from the shelter. The shelter staff informed her that Palomito's new family had returned him to the shelter, and they could not take care of him as they were moving to another city. Maria's heart broke as she heard this news. She immediately decided to adopt Palomito and take care of him for the rest of his life. As Palomito came back to Maria's house, he jumped with joy, realizing that he was back with his beloved friend. Maria was overjoyed to have Palomito back in her life, and she promised to take care of him for the rest of his life. Days turned into weeks and weeks turned into months, and Palomito's health improved under Maria's care. He gained weight and became more active. Maria took Palomito on long walks, played with him in the garden, and gave him all the love and care he deserved. Palomito became a part of Maria's family, and they shared a special bond that could not be described in words. Like, share and subscribe for more heartwarming stories about the special bond between humans and their furry friends.